Hi there. Today we're going to be going over the video management software called Station 5. This will allow you to put your cameras on your computer just like your phone app and be able to take it with you wherever. It gives you a little bit more options in the background that we will get into in another video, but today we are just going to be going over the installation and how to add cameras to the app and view them. So first, we're going to go down to the download page. This link will be in the description below and will allow you to download it for both Mac and Windows. Once downloaded on your computer, you will see here we have Station 5. We're going to go ahead and click on it. Once this opens, it's going to prompt you to create a password. Just as a disclaimer, this only works on a singular computer, so a local device only. That means if you have a laptop at home and you create a password for it, you can't take that password and log in on another computer. You could create the exact same one, but it won't be the same account. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to select a password that works best for me. I'm going to select auto login after registration. That way I don't have to worry about putting my password into it anymore. And it's going to prompt you to set security questions. So if for whatever reason you end up forgetting your password, you're able to recover it this way. Well, I'm just going to put in F for both of them, and we're going to continue on to the software itself. Now that this is loaded, if we take a look on this front screen here, it looks a little overwhelming, and that's more than okay. We're not going to be worrying too much about the screen right now, but we will come back to it here in a moment. What we want to do is head up to the top left of the screen and hit on the home page button. This will bring up a menu with 4 options: main view, playback, AI search, and device management. Main view was the screen we were just on. Playback is to review footage your cameras have recorded. AI search isn't currently in use, but will be very soon. And device management is where we add cameras, go to remote configuration, that sort of thing. So we're going to want to click on device management. And once we're in here, once again, a lot of different tabs and things. We don't have to worry about anything at the top here right now. What we're going to be doing is going over to the top right and on the add device button. Once we click this, it's going to prompt you to add a device using the ID. In order to find the ID for your camera system, if you have it on the app, you can go to the Smart Guardian app, go to the 3 lines button at the top, scroll down to device list, and just under where your device name is will be this funky number. And what you can do is take that number and copy it in here. It'll look something similar to this. What we want to do is put office cameras. I'm going to put in our ID. We always put port 80. This is a necessity here for the cameras in order to work, and they're always defaulted to 80. If that changes, whoever installed your cameras will let you know. We're going to put in our passwords. So your username will always be admin. That's how it always starts off. Your password is the unique identifier to what we're dealing with here. So I've entered in the password. I'm obviously not going to give it out. And now what we can do is add our camera system. Now we have office cameras. The protocol is private, and the status is now P2P mode, which stands for peer-to-peer, which means we are indeed connected to the cameras. This is good. It tells us what kind of device it is. So in this case, it's a GSD NVR 16 channel, which is awesome. And now what we're going to do is then go over up to the top again and go to main view. If you don't have main view open, we'll go over to home page, and then you can click main view here. Now, on this screen here, as before, it's a little overwhelming, but we don't have to worry about many of these options if you're just trying to run this for basic function. What we're going to do is go over to the left, and in here is a little sidebar for searching. This says root. We're going to drop down that menu, and then we have office cameras. So there's a few different things you can do here. We can drop down the menu, and it shows all of our cameras that are available. We can individually take them and put them up. Or what we can do is click and drag the whole office cameras on here, and it will put all of the available cameras currently on screen for us to view. Now, back on the main screen, if we're taking a look at cameras and we want to see a bigger view, just like the phone app, all we have to do is double click on a camera, and it will make it full screen. It will then change the visual to be a little bit better to fit your monitor and everything going on. If you're wanting to take a look at something a little bit different, what we can do is hit the zoom button, go over here, and now we can keep an eye on the garbage cans. Click again to come out of it, and then we're good to go. Once we scroll down to the bottom here, it gives you a bunch of options. So if you have a pan tilt zoom camera or PTZ, you'll have an option down here to be able to actually control it from this app. It's a good way to do any testing or keep an eye on things when you're away from home. Now what we want to do when we come here is go over to office cameras. We're going to right click on it and go to playback, because that's one of the main features we want to talk about. In playback, what's going to happen is it's going to give you 4 windows. It will automatically populate 4 of your cameras, or however many cameras you have. If it's under 4, say it's 3, all 3 of your cameras will be on screen. And what we want to do is we can go through here and we can see our events. Now, we're not going to be going through any events today, but you can see on screen that these are the events that occur. It's catching whatever's going on here, which is good. And that's how we're going to review our footage. So let's just say we want not window number 4, we want a different camera. So what we can do is scroll down here and we'll take camera number 5 and we'll throw it into window 4. Now what's going to happen is it's going to change that, and now we have a lot more activity on the bottom. So that's a completely different camera, and this is where we're going to be able to grab stuff. What we're going to do is we're going to double click on a window, and now it's going to give us a single timeline. And let's say we want to figure out what happened between 6 and let's say 6:05. What we're going to do is we're going to zoom in on our timeline, which you can hit Control and use your scroll wheel to scroll in. We're going to go over to 6 o'clock where we're at. We're going to create a clip. Now it's trying to make us do half an hour. We do not want to do half an hour. That is a very large file size. So we're going to go to 6:05:02. That'll work perfect. And now what we're going to do is hit the save button. Now it's going to give us this option here. And what we want to take a look at is the different file names that are currently here: RF, AVI, and MP4. I recommend doing MP4 just because it's a file format that every single device can play. There won't be any issues. Rich format's a little bit different. AVI can sometimes be a pain, so MP4 is absolutely perfect. Then what we want to do is select our download directory. So in this case, it's trying to save it to the station 5 in my users tab. This is a bit of a hassle in order to go into, so what we want to do is change that. We're going to go over to the 3 dots. This is going to give us the option to go into our actual computer itself. We're going to hit desktop, and that's where I'm going to select it. So that way, when I download this, it will be immediately available on my desktop for me to view. So we're going to hit OK, and now we wait. Now, after we've waited a little bit, we now have that video downloaded. What we want to do is minimize, and then on your home screen, you will have it. So now we're able to view the camera footage that we took. So now that we have this footage in place, you can go and scrub through it. And now that it's an MP4 format, if there was any issues at all with anything, what we can do is then send this to the police. If something funny happened, we can send it to a friend or a colleague, whatever the case might be. And that's how we do playback. So when it comes down to using Station 5, this is incredibly helpful for figuring some stuff out. This is very good for helping us review our cameras wherever we might be. Maybe our phone isn't super accessible. There's only a hardwired connection. I know that's rare these days, but it gives you the options to be able to view it from your computer. Sometimes it's easier to have it up on a second monitor if you have it than it is to view on your phone all the time if you don't happen to have a monitor or a television that your cameras are currently set up. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. We hope that you are able to actually go through and be able to function this correctly with this tutorial. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to us and we'll happily answer any questions you might have. Thank you very much for watching and have yourself an awesome day.